We have done a lot of shows on the blank of China. We have another business that we are going to be talking about today that fits that bill, and that is Tencent Music.
Right. So you could call it Spotify of China, but you could also call it the Twitch of China. So both kind of, fit that fun little of China
and
that everyone loves to do.
You allude to that there. There's kind of a hybrid business model that we'll get into. Some of it is going to be very familiar to people that follow Spotify in the streaming music space. Some of it is going to be very familiar to people that follow the Twitch and gaming space here. But it is a fun one for us. This is a company that was supposed to be going public relatively soon. More on that later. Those plans have changed. But it is the largest online music platform in China. Over 800 million mobile active users across its 4 properties. And you mentioned it's the Spotify of China. Kind of, we have this conventional streaming content approach, and this is music, video, studio, live music recordings. And that all happens within some of these portfolio products they have, the QQ Music, Kugo Music, Kuwo Music platforms. And it looks a lot like Spotify, Evan.
Right, and I would also mention that at 800 million users, that also makes them not only the biggest service in China, but also the world. I mean, if you compare that, their online music, they have about 650 million users, of which 25 million are paid. So for reference, Spotify has 100 million free users, 85 million paid. Apple Music, of course, has no free tier, so they only have a paid version, which they have 40 million. So Tencent Music is enormous in terms of the user base.
And this is the part of the model that will feel familiar to most folks. It's paid subscriptions, digital music sales, and online advertising. They also have something that is quite a bit different than what we think of with the online music space, and that is their social entertainment services. And when I think of this, it's primarily the WeSing platform that they have.
Well, so this is things like karaoke and other live music performances. And, Tencent Music mentioned in their F1 registration statement that the Chinese market for live offline music performances has always been very small because it hasn't been very accessible compared to in the U.S. where, here we like to go out and see shows and go see bands. Pretty common. It's a pretty big industry here. But over there, the market is just so small. So that's created this kind of alternative market of, people want a demand for live streaming online performances instead.
And as for what this experience looked like, it's video sharing, it's karaoke parties, it's virtual karaoke rooms, and I think even some duets with celebrities, kind of unlike anything we have here in the United States, but very similar if you port over to the gaming side of things and think about Twitch and the idea of kind of this shared experience, even though it's a digital experience, kind of doing video game walkthroughs with people and watching people play. And the monetization for this type of business is very similar to Twitch. It's paid subscriptions, it's gifts, it's kind of online mini payments the way you would almost have with a video game.
Right. So on Twitch, people might be more familiar with how Twitch works, but just predominantly, video games and esports where you're live streaming yourself playing a game and you have these viewers that will contribute cash donations as well as, like you mentioned, these virtual gifts or paid subscriptions to their channels. So basically, instead of just video games over in Asia, they have all sorts of different types of ways to create this entertainment with these live streaming platforms. Like, for example, in Korea, we were talking about it. People in Korea like to watch people eat. Like, people live streaming themselves eat. In China, it's karaoke, and other live music performances.